Let,
Dengar.
sebelum
Hebat.
sebelum apa ni Mak Long ni keluar kan, dia kata ni semua mencarut ya, baik aku keluar. Let's get back to the
I'm listening.
let's get back to the topic at hand. Alright, welcome everybody. Assalamualaikum. Selamat datang ke Usrah Usahawan. and I miss you guys. Dah lama tak jumpa masing-masing ni. Where have you guys been? Yeah.
Biasanya malam-malam ada, the program tadabbur kan, so
Okay.
on and off lah, tukar-tukar lah.
Okay. Bila
Maklum
baru-baru
lama tak masuk because I've been busy. Alhamdulillah, I've been really busy. I've got things
busy
to
is
share.
good. Yeah, busy is
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
alhamdulillah.
I'm very busy. Productive, I should say.
Good. Busy is good. Yeah. But the permanent members of this forum ni bukan dah tak ada. I miss you guys. Alright, malam ni is a topic which actually Rizal jarang buat. It's been a long time since I touch about that particular topic, which is called future pacing. Yeah. Future pacing is a technique under NLP. It involves a lot of timeline therapy sebenarnya, asal usul dia banyaknya daripada timeline therapy. It involves you going into your future, yeah, and as you go into your future, you are able to address issues that you foresee in real time today, yeah. So it's about bringing you to your future, and you foresee problems in your future, and as you see those problems, you're already making preparations for it in real time today. Yeah, so that's future pacing, and Rizal sebenarnya dah lama tak buat. Why? Kerana tak pernah ada orang ada isu yang tu kot. Yeah, never had that opportunity to re-practice that one. So I thought it would be a good topic to share with you. Yeah, to help you foresee your future and foresee the problems that come, supaya kita boleh address issues tu hari ini. Yeah. So are we ready to start? Four of you?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Cool. Good. Now, dalam future pacing dia ada beberapa prerequisite. Yeah. Number one is you have a goal in the future that you want to achieve. You have a goal in the future that you have already set. Because if you don't have that, then this future pacing punya technique is tak ke mana pergi je. There's no specific thing to achieve. Yeah. So you should have that first. Now, how far ahead in the future this particular goal is totally up to you. It may be just a month, next month ke contohnya. It may be next year contohnya. It may be like 10 years ahead pun tak kisah. Janji there is a specific goal that you want to tuju. Okay. Now, since we're not so many people of us, I'm just asking you one by one. Do you have a certain target that you want to see something achieved? Now, in the context of business lah, okay, so kita bawa in the context of business. Let's start dengan Mak Long. Mak Long, ada any particular target you want to achieve ke?
Yeah. Assalamualaikum everyone. How's everyone? Yeah, actually I come to the right time maybe. Gerak hati nak masuk tonight because I have been I don't know, I tiba-tiba jadi produktif without me actually planning for it, because let me say I beritahu what my progress and my future too is like December 2022.
December 2022. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll get them sooner, but I think that's the realistic target. What happened was, since the death of my father, my sister in a 15 days period tu, selang tu, I thought I would go downhill, like I said. I can't remember where I said, but somehow or other, I tiba-tiba melonjak. I felt like I have got no time to waste. So to cut the story short, I've been doing few projects in 1 month. like crazy. But
Yeah, lah,
the one,
you're the one who wanted to become that jutawan, kan?
yeah, I am now.
Yeah. See?
I mean, I wasn't really, I wasn't really macam the word is anchoring it right. I think the word is.
Okay.
But okay, I just share something I did the last 2 weeks with my partner Sabra.
Okay.
Tiba-tiba I pergi Terengganu because I wanted to get out because I dengan Sabra ada company yang tak run for some time. So she's also PRI kan. So I said, let's go somewhere which is not my place and not your place. So kita pergi Terengganu. So ada somebody claim batik lah. So I said, and the next day I said, kita kena cari produk lah Sal. I'm tired of service. So I said, kita pergi kopok lah nak. Kopok semua makan. But then I said, kita buat kaftan lah nak. Because I always like into, somehow I like butik juga dulu. Yati walaupun I tak ada dalam lawa sangat. But I kind of suka kedai butik. I pernah berangan nak duduk butik because dia dalam aircon. Pakailah lawa jaga customer. I think I can jual. That was years ago. I ikut I do it. So I just went in 2 weeks dekat the story shop. We sold like 7,000 ringgit of batik, kain batik, kaftan, jubah. And now we are, since kita jual tu, kita nampak what customer want. Now I want to custom make for raya lah. So that is one only. Yang tu untuk raya lah. But next month mungkin kita dah start cari kilang. Kita dah start lah cari kilang, designing, what not. Dah ada pre-orders, what not. So by raya tu satu.
Okay, hang on, Kak. Let's stick to the story dulu. So you do have something to look forward to. Yeah. So you have to choose right now. Is it that tadi yang December 22 punya ke?
Yang tu because ada continuation. That one's because this one actually macam ni lah. Mungkin nak cerita the whole thing. I'm trying to help because I've been mentoring a lot of Taska Tadika punya ni for the last 15 years at least. So I've been following. Bukanlah sengaja, it's my job. I like to do. Bila datang pandemic, I know what's their problem because all the eggs are in one basket. That is my conclusion.
Yeah.
So they're only mostly doing service and all the eggs in the basket, meaning dia tak ada ESBI tu, dia tak ada investment, so I was like, rasa empati lah because I'm a coach kan. But I didn't foresee this coming. I'm not like macam tu. But it comes for some reason. I don't know why. But now I dah started yang tu. Started the awakening, the leader in you. You saw that? Yang I buat dengan Datuk Zulkifli. So partly I dah ada 2-3 orang yang I'm helping. Contoh Salina, Yati dan Kelab Temeloh. Starting next week. Kita akan buat meeting. Siapa-siapa Taska yang nak masuk in this community where kita ada produk. Yeah, so that not just service. So produk tu nanti kita jual among us dulu.
Alright, hang on, Kak. Again, before you bring in the whole story, I just need you to give me one particular. You have one particular date that you want to look forward to.
Okay, this one is like because that I punya project batik itu part of that project. So that one is raya.
Just pick
but
one.
the whole team yang I ada amount of money I want to capai tu December 2021. So that's it.
Okay. Alright, pegang kepada tu.
2022, sorry, December 2022.
Right.
Sorry, bukan salah tarik je.
Itu tanda-tanda nak kaya cepat. Kaya cepat.
No, it's 2022, but salah sebut. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kak. Alright, Kak Yati pula. What date do you have in mind?
Okay, Kak Yati pula memang sama juga December 2022. Kalau this year sampai actually this year result kan dia punya target 2021 I menguasai ataupun I really dapat tawan 3 kementerian. So by 2022 I nak tambah lagi 3. So yang itulah because you know why? Sebab bila I tambah 3 tu I will be like macam mentor kepada usahawan Taska di rumah. So untuk yang ni this year Kak Ati ada 40 orang yang di bawah Kak Ati yang Kak Ati jadi mentor lah. Alright,
okay. So that's December 2022.
Ya, betul.
You nak cover another 3 more kementerian.
Correct, yes.
So by then you would be PM lah kan? Dah cover semua.
Rizal masa mula tak maulah tak lipi jadi Kementerian Pembangunan Wanita pun cukup.
Oh, ini semua main kementerian punya geng. Alright, okay, let's go to Nazrin. Nazrin, is there any particular date in particular that you're looking forward to get things done?
Bismillah. At first, my initial target was very far ahead, even beyond December 2022, sebab I rasa I'm very fresh, new in this entrepreneur line. Rasa macam pelan-pelan, man-man. But now, dalam this 1 month ni, what I target for is June next year. I dah fully register my business. I dah fully run with 3 core activities that I want to do, which is coaching, learning facilitation, and also consulting. So 2 tu dah jalan, Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Started at coaching as a business and learning facilitation.
Very good.
I've already got offer and payment in, and tengah tunggu date untuk I present as my first presentation, insyaAllah.
Okay.
So
the one in June too is to say that you are registered as a company. Is that what you said?
Registered as a company and fully run with 3 core of the business products. Kira stable lah the company and my name and my presentation. Kira stable lah by June next year 2022, insyaAllah.
Good. Very clear. Very good. Congrats.
You.
Faiza, you have a target in mind ke?
Alhamdulillah, kita kena ada target lah kan. Benda kita buat pun target kena ada.
Yeah.
My target kalau boleh next
Wah,
year.
you dengar, ajak Faiza. Bila kata kalau tu I tak boleh. Dia macam sakit.
Oh, sorry.
Kalau. Kau nak ke tak nak?
Pasti. Nah. Nak. Kau nak bagi sikit sebanyak my company tu bagi ke anak buat lah. The vision untuk Malaysia bagilah anak-anak yang running some of business yang kita tengah buat ni. So saya nak bagi dia orang call out lah.
Bila tarikh tu?
Target saya 20 Disember 2022. Next year 22 Disember.
Jangan salah cakap Faizal, 2022.
2021 tu rasa macam 2 tahun sebenarnya. Pun jadi panjang dengan COVID-nya, dia rasa macam panjang.
2020.
Okay.
Mimpi ngeri 21 kan. Tapi kita saya target memang ke Disember 22.
Okay.
22 lah. So memang nak menyerahkan sikit banyak saya kata legacy tu kan kepada anak-anak untuk diorang carry balik tu. Kita bapa partai ni nak relax lah. Tapi sikit on control lah, but let them run the business.
Alright. At least you have that cut of that. Itu yang penting di sini. Alright, thank you. Tuan Syed, is there any particular date that you're working towards too? Because bila kita buat future pacing punya teknik, there must be a target that you are aiming for. That's the prerequisite lah. If you don't have, then this future pacing ni dia tak ke mana perginya.
Because I notice you pakai NLP punya language satu. Financial year, ya betul lah. Kita semua toward year by year. That means 2022. Okay, fair lah. Tapi on the activity tu, I review every quarter. So my target is basically focusing on the learning center.
Okay. There you go. So you said, what would be the date? What would be the date when you have that learning center tu? What would be that date?
The year end date is December lah. Tapi on technical, I review on quarterly basis.
Of course. So that review part tu nanti as we going through the future pacing ni, it will help you how to do review from an NLP way of doing.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Hakim, are you there atau is just roh you je kat situ? Ada. Okay.
Tapi macam tengah catch up apa yang tengah dibincangkan.
Alright, dalam future pacing, you need a target that you working towards. So supaya this particular discussion hari ini help you out, You need to tell me if there is that something that you're looking forward to, a clear date that you've put. Ada ke tidak?
For the business, is it?
Ya, fokus on the business lah. Tentang kahwin itu personal lah, kita cerita kemudian. Tak nak lah depan recorded lah tu kan.
Ya, itu program lain. Okay, the 1st of January 2022, I would establish e-learning website, a fully functioning LMS, learning management system. So that's my goal for in this future, months.
Okay.
Because by 2022, what I'm going to do is, as much as I can, I want to go for automation. So that's the target for 2022. So the first one is to get that website running first. So later the content will come in.
All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you. Since Rudy is also in the house, Rudy, are you there in Jasan and Roh atau Roh saja?
Assalamualaikum semua. Saya hadir di sini cuma tak boleh nak reveal myself sebab surrounding yang kurang menarik lah, itu je.
Tak apa. Just checking you out. All right. So for those of you who have told me what your goals are, as we are going through this future pace punya teknik, you want to bear in mind that particular goal. Yeah, I know some of you have so many things in mind right now. Yeah, especially Mak Long kita. She has so many things in mind. She's all excited about it. Good. Pick one for this particular exercise. Yeah, this exercise won't benefit you. All right. Now, to prepare you for this technique, you need to have this ability to put yourself out of your body sekejap. It is an out of your body experience kind of thing. Yeah. In NLP, there is this technique called the fly on the wall technique. Yeah. The fly on the wall technique is like as if there's this CCTV camera on your wall, and you're seeing yourself from the CCTV camera punya view. Can you do that? Where you are right now. Okay, where you are right now, imagine there's a CCTV camera on the right or left, you choose, okay, up on the wall, okay? And you are now in another room looking into the screen, seeing yourself. Can you see yourself? Kayati is blinking. Can you see yourself? Because you need to have that ability to see yourself in the third person. Yeah? Kita ni first person selalunya. Yeah? And if you're seeing yourself on the screen right now, you're seeing yourself in the second person. Yeah? Seeing yourself in the third person is the ability to, as if you're having a conversation with somebody, and you are that third person seeing yourself having that conversation. Can you do that? Can you see that? Yeah, Hana, Tuan Syed is already there. Faizal dah confirm, dia mastery dalam bidang ni. Now, to test it out, to test it out, move your hand, and can you see yourself on that screen moving? Okay, you must be able to see yourself there, right? It's a pretty, because that's something which is very important in the future pacing technique. The ability to see yourself in the third person helps you see yourself objectively. Yeah. So you're able to criticize yourself, you're able to suggest things to yourself. Yeah. Because most of the time we are, within ourselves, we see things as it is. And that's why we always feel that we're always right. Yeah. Only when you start to put yourself in that third person, only then you're able to make corrections for yourself. This often happens at any time. Is that this one, you want it to happen based on your own instructions. Yeah. Based on choice. Okay. Boleh? Now, if you're okay with this, then I'll proceed to the next step. You okay with that? Okay. Marlon, you okay? I know you're very
Alright,
busy now. Yeah, all right, okay, cool. Okay, now, that's number one. Number two, is about seeing where your timeline is, okay? Now, a timeline is whereby you are when you were born and where you are now, you know, and there's this whole years that you've been through in life, okay? The thing is this, some people are immersed into their timeline. They feel that they're in their timeline, yeah? So what they see is now most of the time, yeah? Whereas for some people, they see their timeline in front of them. They're outside of their timeline, okay? So if I were to ask you now, if you can direct where your timeline is, where's your past and where's your future, can you point? Let's ask Nazreen, where's your past and where's your future? Can you point? Okay, so your past is behind, your future is in front. All right, cool. Kayati? If I say, where's your past, where's your future? Past behind, future in front. There you go. Faizal, where is it? Tuan Syed pun sama. Tuan Syed pun past. Okay, future in front. Faizal, sama. All right, cool. Hakim, where's your past, where's your future? Still same. All right. Mano?
future and my past behind.
Very good. Because for some people, past, future, and they're facing the past. Ada. And there's nothing wrong about that. This is how they see things. Yeah. Now, all of you, since you all mentioned the same things, so what you are actually in, you're immersed in your timeline. You're not seeing yourself out of your timeline, but you're in your timeline. So you need to learn to practically move out of your timeline. So that's where this technique, be that third person too, is very important. Because right now, you're not. Yeah, now you're very much, you feel that you're in your timeline. Past is behind you somewhere, and the future is all in front of you. You're so immersed in it. So because you're immersed in it, no way can you be able to see yourself objectively. So now you need to learn how to lift yourself away. Yes, Nazreen.
If I see myself in this with my objective, if I see myself in this company, I see there are staff, I see a timetable, I see schedules, coming in, phones ringing. Am I in the present or am I in the future?
Okay, as you're saying what you're saying, do you feel anything?
I feel a lot of energy. I feel I'm running it.
That's the sign that you're immersed, because you feel it.
Okay.
If you're in your third person, you're outside of your timeline, there is no feeling. You're seeing it as it is. You don't feel for it. You're seeing it objectively. It's using a lot of your head. Yeah, but once you start to say, I feel this, I feel excited, you're very much immersed. All right. So now I need to help you get out of your timeline first. In this particular case, lift you out of your timeline first. And we're going to do it step by step. Okay, since everybody is so immersed right now, so we need to lift you out slowly. Yeah, all of you, all at once. All right. Okay. This is how you do it. Imagine where you are sitting right now is like this. Yeah, it's just like this spacecraft. Yeah, it's a small craft. Your chair that you're sitting is a small craft that can lift up. Yeah, like a rocket. But it's a very slow motion rocket. Tak ada laju sangat. Very slow. Sometimes you watch that rocket going up and they slow motion the footage, it's like going up and you see NASA coming out like that, right? Yeah, same thing. Right now you're in that particular rocket and you're going to lift up. Right now, at the count of 5, I want you to lift up, meaning you see yourself from above your head. Just go that far. Don't go so high. Just go that far. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, you see yourself just hovering just above your head. You can see your table as it is. You can even see the bald head. For those of you who are bald headed. That's right. Yeah. Can you see that? There you go. Okay. You're just hovering just above where you are sitting right now. Okay. Now you're going to go a bit higher. You're just going to go just above the ceiling onto the roof of where you are right now. Okay. So imagine the darkness of night outside and feeling how you're feeling, and you're just above the house right now. And as you see down, you can actually see yourself in that house doing what you're doing right now. There you go. Good. Now you're gonna go a bit higher. You're gonna go a bit higher. You can actually see the neighborhood. You can still see yourself just right down there. Smaller. Are you there? Okay. Yeah, you're just hovering. Okay. So let's bring you down back. Okay. Go back to the roof. Going down towards the ceiling, just above your head, hovering just above your head. Come back to where you're seated. You're feeling the chair again, you're feeling the floor again. You're back. Okay, how was that experience? Tell me. Come back. Like your feet still dangling somewhere.
Actually rasa gayat.
Gayat sikit, ya? Yeah, that's why I took you out slowly. I didn't want to rush things yet. Yeah, I took you out slowly. Yeah. So you do feel like gayat. Okay, cool. Good. What else? What was the experience like?
Yeah, my experience is I go up like that, like a staircase. Go up there and then stay put there.
Yeah.
Look at the wall.
Yeah.
Then you say, look down and come back. I just go down like macam apa? Ada a seat adjustment to go down balik. Slowly. You're adjusting to it. Kak Yati.
Kak Yati naik, I feel like macam rasa satu rasa yang sangat berbeza. Slowly. Bila sampai satu tu, bila Rizal kata, okay, look down, you nampak diri you. Bila tengok, I nampak diri I rasa macam takut. Alamak, apa ni? Kan? It's like macam, and then bila turun balik slowly dan dapat duduk ke kerusi Kak Yati semua, Kak Yati rasa macam,
Yeah. It can be tiring for some people. Yeah. It can be lightheaded for some people because suddenly they feel so ringan. I've met people yang memang a bit heavyweight sikit kan, and when we do this particular activity tu kan dia kata, Rizal, I don't want to come back. I feel so ringan. First time in my life I can feel so ringan. I only feel like this when I'm in water. For some people, yeah, and because they're ringan sangat, for some people it can be very giddy. They get giddy. They get macam Nazrin was pointing out, gayat sikit. You're so high up. Yeah. The thing is this: you're very much in control. Yeah, you are where you are. You can always come back at any time. Yeah, and where I'm bringing you, it's guided. I'm guiding you, so that you don't go to places that you don't want to go. Because remember, when it comes to timeline, you can either go forward, you can either go back in time. Yeah, and usually when you go back in time, it's more of a remedy to solve past issues. Yeah, today we're not going back in time. Yeah, we want to go forward in time. Yeah, it's just that right now I'm just bringing you out for you to get that experience, to go out, up, to be able to see your timeline from where you are hovering. Yeah, and now I brought you back. Yeah, Hakim, where were you?
Just above my head.
Just above it. Tak jauh pergi ya?
I can see the neighborhood because dah terbiasa tengok food panda apa kan. So macam I can already imagine apa rumah ada, jalan apa semua. So macam okay, that's me.
For
Different.
Hakim is gonna be a bit more taxing for him because he is a scout. He has been trained to see things very differently, especially his environment. Yeah, he's the kind of person who, you know, the scouts, they would bring you to a neighborhood and then come back, you draw a map. So they're able to see themselves for way up already. Okay, now Hakim, that's good. That will help you. At the same time, you need to learn to let go. That's why you tak jauh pergi. Even though you say you saw your neighbor just above your head. Okay, you need to learn to let go. Okay, just see it as it is.
That's the challenging part.
Cucu ke tu Kak Yati?
Ya, my cucu.
Alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum.
Dia macam faham dia tengok the screen.
Dia baru bangun tidur, dia cari minda dia.
Ya, Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Alright, Kak Long, I didn't ask you, Kak Long. Did you sempat?
Me, I've been practicing this for a while actually.
Good.
I have been doing this for a while.
Okay.
I feel calm throughout the whole process.
Alright, cool. So Kak Long is already familiar with it. Good. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so ready to go another round? Now, Kak Yati, I know you're holding the cucu. Yeah.
Tunggu keset jap.
Yeah. Okay. Because I takut because you're so into
Yes.
the clouds ke nanti you terlepas cucu tu. and the cucu itself will bring you back down so fast. So I don't want that happening.
Okay,
Yeah?
alright.
So let's just while we wait for the cucu to go, I'm going to tell you what's happening. Shortly, you're going to go back up there again, and this time we're going to go forward. Yeah, we're going to move. You're going to see yourself and where you are in the business that you are in, and you're going to see yourself as we progress. Let's go month by month. Okay. So after 1 month, contohnya this is the 1st of October. October, the next one will be November. So where do you see yourself in the 1st of November? What has happened? Has anything happened? Were there challenges? What were the challenges? Yeah. You want to, when I say identify the challenges, you want to write it out. Okay. Because right after that, I'm going to take you outside of your timeline. So because while you're seeing the challenges as it is, you're still above your timeline, still looking down and you see the challenges. But once I say, okay, let's take a step sideways, meaning here you are, like this spaceship above your timeline, and then suddenly it's taking this diversion to away from your timeline. So your timeline is on this side now. It's no more straight directly down, it's at the side. So if I see you suddenly going like that, it's okay. If that helps you to be able to see your timeline over there, then good. If you need to physically move, then it will be good. Just turn your chair, and that help you see your timeline outside of yourself, outside of your timeline. You're no more inside your timeline. You're outside of that. Okay. If that helps you, go ahead. Because at that time, you're seeing those issues as it is. There is no emotion involved. Because as you can see those issues, I will then ask you to address those issues. What steps would you take to address those issues? Yeah. And when that's settled, you don't have to tell me anything. Really, you don't. Yeah. If you do, I'll just angguk aja. But I wouldn't know what you see or feel actually. If it helps you, you want to talk about it, you want to say it out, fine. But more importantly, I want you to write. Because this is an activity which you're very much aware. You're listening to my voice. You are where you are. Yeah. This is that I'm just taking you along that journey. Finish that 1 month, we're going to go another 1 month. So it'll be 1st of December. What do you see? Okay, so that's what's going to happen. Boleh? Okay, you ready? All right, cool. So, Nazrin, you ready? Boleh? Can? Okay, cool. All right, again. So now again, bear in mind, you have that goal that you want to work on. Now that goal is, if I just give out, if that goal is a house, the house is already completed. So by December 2022, for most of you, that particular thing has been completed. It's not in progress. It has been completed. It's a complete house. Okay. So it means right now you're either building the house from scratch or it's already halfway there. Okay? All right, good. So let's get into our spaceship now. Remember, it's your chair. You're gonna lift off. Go just above your head first. Hover. Don't go so fast. Climatize yourself. Just go beyond the ceiling right now. Just above the roof. Hover, look down. Still can see yourself there in front of the computer screen. I want you to go a bit higher until you can see the neighborhood. There you go. Now, as you see yourself down, time will move. You're gonna move forward with time. Yeah, it's like scrolling forward. Yeah. So as you're in this spaceship hovering above your timeline, you can see your timeline straight in front of future. It's very future. It's like very long. Okay. So you're gonna go forward in time. Now you're gonna go 1 month in time. So as you scroll along 1 month in time, suddenly you're there looking at yourself now in your business after 1 month. You want to notice what progress has been made. You want to notice what issues came out. You may want to write down those issues. What issues comes out? What issues can you see happening to you 1 month after 1st of October? That issues, whatever you see, yeah, are issues that is probably disturbing your progress. Yeah, it probably slows down your progress. There you go. Now, as you are in those issues, you probably have feelings with it, and that's okay because you're still within your timeline. Yeah, you're still immersed in your timeline. All right. As you're still hovering above your timeline, you see those issues, you're going to take a step. Either you want to take a step left, a step right, but you want to be able to see yourself in your timeline objectively. So right now, your timeline is probably right in front of you, and you're seeing yourself in the business and what's happening and those issues that you wrote just now, which you noticed just now. And you're going to ask yourself, what have I done? Yeah? What preparations would I do to meet these issues later on? What kind of steps can I do or make to address these issues before it happens? Because 1 month later, you're feeling those issues now. You know you could have done things beforehand, okay? So what steps could you have done? There you go. when you're ready to come back into your timeline, just go back and hover above your timeline again. Remember, it's already 1 November. If you're ready, I need you to signal to me that you are, so that we can move forward. Okay, so to signal me, just put your finger up like that and you shake it. Then I know you're ready to move on. If you're not, fine. All right, so Hakim is ready, Maklong is ready, Faiza is ready. There, Syed Hanafi is ready. All right, Nazrin dengan Kak Yati is ready. There you go. So you're back on your timeline. This time it's 1 November. You're looking down on 1 November. And we're going to go forward now. Go another 1 month. Okay. We're going to 1 December. You scroll forward. You're moving 1 month to 1 December. Again, so many things have been done. So many things have changed within that 1 month. See yourself in that timeline now. In the business of the thing that you wanted. How are things? Are there any new issues that popped up? If there are none, that's okay. Yeah. But if there are, then what would it be? You want to address the issues first. You want to make it clear what the issues first before you step to the side. So when you're ready, step to the side, look at yourself in the timeline which is in front of you. Right. And you start to write down your solutions. What could you have done to address these issues? Is there possibly you need help? Who would you talk to? Who would you reach out to? Who would you seek help from? Who would you ask advice for? There you go. Okay then. We're going to bring you back into your timeline now. You're still hovering above 1st December. We're just going to go 1 more month. 1 more month. So you want to say bye-bye to yourself of 1 December to meet yourself in 1st January. So when you're ready to move on to 1st January, just wave your finger like that. And I know you're ready. Yeah, right. Hakim's ready. All right, Faiza is ready. Nazrin and Kayati is ready. Marlon's ready. All right, so you're gonna go scroll forward. Okay, you're in your timeline again. You're gonna say bye-bye to yourself in 1st December. You're gonna go just up to 1st January. Now, 1st January is just a bit closer towards that goal that you want. It's just a bit closer. You still have so many months ahead, but it's still just a bit more closer to your goal. So as you're hovering over yourself on 1st January, how do you see yourself in that business? What progress have you made? Now, when you say what progress, is also what achievements you've made. Yeah. Don't just address the issues. You want to acknowledge the achievements also. Yeah. What signs of those achievements? What are the signs that you have made achievements? What issues also that you notice? Maybe small ones, maybe big ones. It's just issues. Maybe serious, maybe not. You don't know. Once you listed out those issues, take a step aside. See yourself objectively in those issues. What advice would you give yourself at that moment of time? What would you tell yourself to do? Would you tell yourself to look for help? To help you address those issues? How would you know those issues will be resolved with whatever suggestions you give yourself at this moment of time? What would be the signs? There you go. Now I'm going to bring you back to your timeline. I'm going to bring you back to your timeline, and this time around, you're going to turn around and face the past. Remember, you're on 1st January. You're way ahead in the future. You're like 3 months ahead in the future. I'm going to bring you back now. So this time, your future is behind you. Your past is now in front of you, and you're now facing towards 1st December. So you're 1st January, you're going back to 1st December. As you're going back to 1st December, you see yourself in your business. Have things resolved? How do you feel about it? Because you're on your timeline now. You're just seeing yourself. You're just passing through 1st December. Have things resolved? How do you feel about it? You're still within your timeline. Scrolling back to the past, 1st December, you're going down to 1st November. See yourself at 1st November. Have things been resolved? And how you feel about it? Coming slowly to 1st of October. You're coming down now. You're coming down now. Right? You're coming down now. Slowly from your neighborhood, viewpoint, rooftop, ceiling, just hovering above your head. Just hovering before you. Slowly back into your seat. Faizal nampak penat. Kak Yati, how do you feel?
Risa kenapa sakit kepala?
I don't know where you went.
Dah lama tak buat ni.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh.
Dah lama tak buat.
Hakim, kau jangan nangis. Tengok Hakim. If I did this, Hakim, future past your wedding day, bantai nangis, tisu berlambat-lambat keluar. You would sampai grandchildren number 1. experience?
It was a very tiring experience.
Yeah, really tiring. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And that's the mind. Yeah, that's how the mind works. And the mind. That's why Einstein said when it comes to time and space, it's a continuum. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And you know how the brain, it hasn't been explored thoroughly, can? And is this all nonsensical? I don't know. I mean, you experience it, I didn't.
Ya, dia macam Ayu Verda.
Ya, maaf.
Dia macam Ayu Verda je.
Apa dia ada? Hanif?
Dia macam Ayu Verda.
Oh.
Dia explain dia Ayu Verda. Why I say Ayu Verda?
Tak minyak atas kepala. Kalau tak minyak atas kepala,
Dia
confirm.
yeah, Ayurveda is the study of soul and science. So now tadi you cakap, so you are putting on so the science you give is a step by step. Yeah. That's why I say Ayurveda. See the soul and science. So you are giving step by step. So we follow.
Yeah.
We follow. See, you notice si mata I merah.
Itu belum I letak, so letak in your third eye, letak minyak kat situ.
I don't know whether I want to share this or not.
Up to you. I just want to know your experience.
No, this technique that you shared, secara kebetulan, it happened that out of spur, I'm not knowing that you're going to do this, apa panggil apa?
Future pacing.
Future pacing ni. Future pacing is NLP, betul lah. This is what exactly I go through when tadi I cakap kat you that the financial year is 2022. But I do it on the review on the quarterly basis.
True.
See, when I was in the office alone with the white chart dekat apa depan I, the whiteboard, no?
Right.
This is what I did. I say, by this month I'm going to do this. This month I'm going to do this. This is going to be a tandem block. Tandem block macam cuti raya, post-mortem. That means no sale. What am I going to do?
Right.
Nak jual durian, tak ada durian. So what I'm going to do? Because masa tu, the mind is blank.
Correct.
The mind is blank. That means there's no activity for you to do.
Right.
So dia trigger lagi satu initial in your mind. How you going to fill up that gap? So now when you ask me to do that, you know what the drawing I came? You see,
cannot see.
You see, it came exactly what I was doing in the office.
Oh, okay.
You see, kat office tu dia transform. I duk bayang tu, tangan I automatically come up with the chart.
Alhamdulillah.
So when you saying, I was putting the chart, dot dalam chart. So I tak tahu lah whether you read me first ke, I read you first ke. That's what I say.
To me, macam bila Tuan Syed kata kebetulan, tidak ada kebetulan, semuanya telah ditentukan.
Sorry lah.
Dah kena Kim.
Sorry lah, yang tu saya pun tak boleh bawa.
Nothing happens by accident. Let's hear Kak Yati dengan Nazrin. Come on, what was your experience?
For me, I'm a very visual person. So bila Rizal sebut kan, the imagination tu terus keluar. And I draw actually myself, looking at myself where I'm seated right now, and me looking at myself. Bila buat this thing month by month kan, I realize actually the details tu yang I tak nampak, I dah nampak.
Correct.
The details, and then bila nampak that details, I really need to do this fast. I need to cover, I need to patch things. Bila go to the next month, if I don't do that, then my next month will be very kacau. So it was a good experience that I nampak. visually I can see what to do now. What's
Yeah.
next? If I delay, that's it. Macam tu.
Remember in Soif Coach Nazrin, ya, Kak Yati dengan Hakim pun can remember kan. In Soif Coach, I say the person who has the problem is the person who has the answers to the problem. Yeah, these things have been in your head, but because your priorities was on so many other things, then it got clouded, it got lost, it got kept somewhere. Yeah. So as you go through this process, what you're doing is you're compartmentalizing stuff in your head, yeah, and you're being focused, yeah, and then suddenly it comes out. Then suddenly you can see it, yeah. And the best thing is, as you see it, then you say, okay, I didn't realize that this would happen at this moment of time. Then now I can take steps. So before the problem comes, you have already made preparations for it. Yeah. Even though we don't know when it's going to come, kita tak tahu. But since it's there in your mind, then most likely it would, because it's already in your mind. Yeah. Walt Disney kata, if you can imagine it, it will happen. If you cannot imagine it, there's no way it would come to be in your mind. But if it's already in your mind, then most likely it would. Yeah. So might as well prepare for it, kan? Because if it does happen, then you're prepared. Yeah. You would be able to resolve faster. You'll be able to respond faster. Yeah, because that's what because we don't want at the time that problem happens, you're caught surprised. Because you're so stressed out, then most likely your response to it will be slower. Yeah, good.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I'll show you another way of doing it sekejap lagi. Kak Yati, what's your experience?
Rizal, Kak tak tahu, but this is the second time bila Kak Ati buat ni. The first time masa Kak Ati dekat hospital, I melalui journey ni. Journey ni. Tak tahu Rizal, I don't know. I macam nak menangis punya juga. This is the second time. Dan apa journey yang di sana tu is similar to this journey sekarang ni, yang sama. Bayangan dia tu sama. Dan apa yang Kak Ati nampak, cuma di sini ada penambahan that I you with myself. Maknanya I bercakap dengan diri I sendiri. Maknanya I bergaduh dengan I punya ni. Boleh ke? Bodoh betul kau kalau kan. It's something like that. I feel like macam begitu. So dekat situ I lebih nampak jelas actually bila I relate kan tu. Bukan ke I dah macam dah melalui perjalanan ni. I tak tahu. I kata macam suddenly hati I rasa I dah melalui perjalanan ni dan now it's much more clearer sebenarnya apa yang nak dibuat.
Yeah.
Itu dia.
Thank you.
Yes.
The first time you went through it on your own. This time around you had this guide called Rizal around to ensure that you're guided lah. Yeah. And the reason you're guided now is that so that later on the next time you do this, you can do it on yourself. Yeah. And in many ways, actually. Okay. What you went through is called this out of body experience lah. Yeah. Anthony Robbins, if you go for his programs, he'll put you in this, you're in this spaceship, you're hovering, something like we did just now. Yeah. When I learned it from Andreas Don, when I did my NLP mastery, we did it with beanbags. Yeah, it was my first day of my mastery, and he gave me like 4 beanbags. And then we're in a standing punya position, yeah. And then, okay, take 1 beanbag, Rizal, and you're gonna throw it forward in front of you, yeah. So I just like throw it forward. Okay, so that forward, that one beanbag in time is that 1 month you're gonna take, and you take that 1 step. As you are in that beanbag, so I would take that 1 step, I throw it forward, and then I go to forward. So I mean, I'm going forward in time to that time that I want to be, yeah. Okay, Rizal, what do you see? What do you feel and stuff like that? Still in the timeline. Then he says, okay, results, step out of your timeline now. Or something what you did just now. Yeah. So I'm stepping out and looking at the beanbag. Yeah. Then I step back into the timeline and then throw another beanbag and go move forward. So it's the same exercise, it's just that it's more physical. Yeah, you're using a physical object, beanbag, pillow, teddy bear, find something, 4 or 5 things that you can throw forward and you move forward. And then the most important thing is, by the time you reach the last beanbag is where you already reached the objective. Now in this particular case yang kita buat tadi itu, kita tak sampai December 2022. Yeah, I just brought you up to January. Sampai December 2022 tu mau sampai pukul 12 malam tak balik-balik. So I needed you to experience the technique so that you can do it on yourself. So you can do it in the way that I show you how to do it. Yeah, you can do it physically using beanbags. It is best that you do it with a friend, yeah, who would take you from one step to another. Yeah, it would be best. Tak semestinya. Tuan Syed has showed you another way is by putting that timeline right in front of you as a line. Yeah, and you're putting like, okay, I'm here now. Where am I a month later? What's happening a month later? Yeah, okay, these are happening in that month. Yeah, that's something like Mak Long is doing that right now. Yeah. Now, one important point that you want to note, yeah, as you go from one point to another point, 1 month to another month, it might be 5 years lah, for goodness sake, yeah. You always want to not only just notice the problems, you want to notice what achievements have been made. Yeah. What progress has been made, yeah, how you felt about those progress, because you're on your timeline, so how you felt about those progresses, yeah. Just don't look at the problem saja, tak, because when you move from one timeline, one point in time to another point in time, so many things has happened, which includes advancements, yeah. So bear that in mind. Don't just look for problems saja, tak. Because sometimes tak ada problem pun. And that's good. That's okay. That's okay. And to confirm, you go to next month lah. Ada tak? Yeah. I've met clients who says, okay, this month tak ada, okay, result, let's go another 1 month. Okay, we go another 1 month. Oh, tak ada pun. Okay, all right, that's good. I said, okay, you want to go another month? Okay, let's go another month. And he says, oh, in this month, staff resigned. For whatever in his mind, then what I get the staff resign. Okay. So what are you going to do about it? And he lists out things that he's going to do. And it's all in the mind. I wouldn't know head or tail what's happening with him. But he sees it as it is because it's his business. Same goes for you. I didn't ask what you saw. Yeah. Even if you describe to me, I wouldn't understand. My job is to just bring you forward. Yeah. And then bring you back. Now that bring you back part also is very important to see as you go back in time. Yeah. Have progress been made? Or did you miss one thing? And it's okay. If you don't miss one thing, you may want to stop there sekejap, go out of your timeline, okay, address it, and patah balik, and then go back. Yeah, go back to your original place. Do the same thing. You may have missed out on something. Yeah. Okay, you okay? Dah pegang kepala dah, okay?
Tak sakit kepala tak tahu siapa. The orientation of time ke apa. When I did my practitioner tu, I was taken out of my timeline because dia kata, Hakim, you are in time, so you have to go out. So one of the challenges that I face when I'm in time, I feel that I have to do everything now.
Yeah.
So dia macam semua tak kerja. semua tak jadi.
Nazrin, you see that? You see that? Whereas Hakim is explaining that, You know, because he's in time, he feels that. You know, he feels, I have to do this. The emotion comes in. You will only know that you're out of your timeline when you don't feel anything. You're seeing things objectively. Yeah. Someone, okay, sorry.
When I step out, and he macam the trainer just let me stay in that out of time, and then the last day baru dia bagi betul balik. So what I feel is I can sleep better that night.
Okay.
Because I can see, okay, ni kerja lain, kerja, okay, dah plan, okay dah macam tu. Asal aku stress gila sebelum ni. So yeah, getting that orientation of time tu bila keluar masuk balik dia macam pening, because I don't know, maybe the mind is macam, where you now? You out or you in?
You as long as you know you're heading forward in time or you're heading back in time, then you're never lost. That's why having doing this in pairs is preferable. Yeah, just in case you get lost somewhere in your mind. Bukan mana-mana pun, you're lost in your mind. I mean, this is also. Have you ever had an experience, ladies and gentlemen? Have you ever had an experience whereby you say, if my late mother was here, what would she say? Have you ever had that experience before? No, Nazrin? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes when you're like, should I not? Kalau arwah abang dulu ada kan, he would know what to say. Have you ever had that? Yeah.
I don't like to use the word kalau. I don't know why. It seems small. To me, kalau is like,
wah, ni memang toy betul ni.
Yeah. True. Totally agree. Is this that in NLP, you can, say, all right, if mom was here, she would say this. Now, it's not about panggil tiba-tiba roh mak you duduk ke depan. Tak. It's all in your mind. Is that in your mind, kan there's so many voices, kan? Yeah. Sometimes
I do that, Rika. Kind of example, I do that a lot.
There you go. I do that, especially when it comes to very critical stuff in my mind. Kan? Then I would like, what would arwah mak say, and she would say that. Now, it's not she, it's me putting a character to a voice in my head. That's it. Yeah. Is that when that happens, then all these voices in my head is organized. Yeah. Kerana bila kita ni tak organize, bergaduh sama sendiri, itu yang pening kepala tu langsung tak boleh fikir. By putting characters into those voices tu, then it helps you think. Yeah, it puts things objectively. It's still you actually. Bukan roh.
The character doesn't have to be arwah, kan?
No, it can be anybody. Yeah.
Because I dengan orang yang hidup kan, macam orang tu hidup lagi lah.
Yeah,
so macam berdosa pula cakap arwah ni kan, tak baik kan ada dalam ada Zoom ni kan. So I would bila orang tanya something, what I did okay, Hakim Harun tak tahu. So siapa tahu? Okay, this guy might know. So what would he say? Macam bila dapat jawapan and answer to the coachee ke orang yang tanya tu, and then ni macam yang ni yang akan cakap yang tu lah. So, yeah.
I had, when I was still in Penang, we had Coach Rizwan and Coach Shah, suami isteri, and they traveled all the way from Taiping to Penang because Coach Rizwan wanted to ask me a question. So as they arrived to the house and they sat in front of me, and then Coach Rizwan, I said, okay, so what's the question? And he starts to ask the question. By the time he finished it, he says, I know what you're going to answer, Rizal. I said, why did you come all the way then? Because in his mind, he's saying Rizal would say this.
Yeah.
And he's answering his own question. And I said, you didn't have to come all the way. You could have just
Actually, like justification, the word is maybe it's justification to
yeah,
our own self.
True.
Validate lah.
So that's where, Mak Long, this is where faith comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you have faith and you're saying to yourself, everything happens is because Allah izinkan it happens, and you have faith with that and you hold on to that, then then you need to trust something lah. You need to trust yourself lah. You know, because you have that faith in your background.
Yeah.
But once you have that was too, you're looking for justification. You need to ask somebody just to make sure, just in case when you start scenario. Yeah.
If I may add on that,
Yes,
because I'm very calm doing it now
yeah.
compared to myself 2 months ago, not long ago. Maybe it's not like 2 months ago. Macam connecting the dots by Steve Jobs cakap, so I felt it. But the time is now maybe for me that Allah has grown me. I have worked myself faithfully. And while I was doing this, I wasn't afraid at all. I just letak. And then I dah letak yang you say advancement semua tu, I tertinggal letak, and then everything work into places. Like it falls into places.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, I memang ni kan, but it was quite different where the time that I do it now, it's only like 2 months ago maybe. I rasa macam there's a time for everyone kan. So maybe.
True.
Yeah, because in this, like I say, 1 month, I buat semua macam jadi. I pun macam, it's more on faith that you cakap rather than myself. Because I have so big a why that it doesn't matter what happened because I have a bigger why now.
Very good. That big why is what we call niat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you doing this in the first place? You want to be rich. That's the goal, for example. Why do you want to be rich? That's the big why. Once you have that, it will always, at any time when you feel lost, that you bring you back. For many people out there, that big why is non-existent. They have their goals so clear for them, but because their big why is non-existent at all, when they are faced with problems challenges coming every day, they get either distracted atau derail, yang menyebabkan they don't come back because there's nothing anchoring them back. That big why tu tak ada, that niat tu tak ada. And always remember, yes, when we talk about niat, your niat, satu tindakan kena banyak niat. Ya, pastikan yang niat yang pertama tu you lillahi ta'ala. Because that's your biggest anchor. Yeah. Always pasakkan that first niat lillahi ta'ala, and you're okay. Perbagaikan your niat, which is good. Yeah. Oh, deep stuff malam ni.
And lastly, I just want to add on problems. Actually, not problems. They are just feedback. So when I saw my problem, I saw it objectively.
Good.
Like I could see that I cannot service my coachee, but I said it's okay. I will group them together because now I feedback, giving more improvement rather than seeing it as a problem. So with the big why, and I also learned about intention tu ada 5 sebenarnya. Now I learned it out. Yeah, first one is nothing kerana Allah, bukan kerana manusia. Second one, kerana akhirat, bukan kerana dunia. And that was for keikhlasan niat. Dan another one for dia panggil truthfulness. Maksudnya kita kena ada commitment to our niat. Do the next best thing if you cannot get the one tu. Maksudnya sekarang kalau tak pergi masjid, you kena buat something kat rumah.
Right.
And then last one is you have to ask for the best. Something like, I cannot remember yang exactly the word lah. Maknanya ada 5. According to Ustaz Umar Sulaiman, I've been practicing. Maybe that help. Need that help.
Yeah. That number 5 too is what we learned already in PLF kan. Always prepare for the best. Don't prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
Prepare for syurga, not for neraka.
Actually, yang Maklum cakap tu, niat, the first one is Allah, and then in akhirat, actually that is already in line with kita punya Quran. Memang banyak ayat dalam Al-Quran pun sebut dalam kita punya rukun iman tu, ingat Allah, ingat akhirat. 2 ni is paling banyak kali kena disebut. So insyaAllah, I think we will be on track, with our nawaitu and all those kan. InsyaAllah.
Yeah.
So, I see also I just check. I can see why this time I make it rather than last time. Then I look back. Banyak benda I tak settle on the niat. On the big why and the niat. Now it's completely different. It's like easier. senang aja, macam nampak banyak benda tapi dia grow macam benda tu bukan terpisah-pisah. You one thing then they connected. So it's, you nampak benda banyak but actually you doing it is not that. I still already kebun 4 jam kat luar. I still do some work. So it's not like you have to live your life just for work. No. Dia jadi mudah sebab when Allah, because kita selalu ingat kita work on no, it's Allah's ni kan. Kita everything la haula wala tu lah.
Yeah.
Maksudnya wallahu a'lam.
Thank you Kak. Boleh. So this is technique of future pace. Yeah, you can do it for a variety of reasons. Tonight we did it for business. You can do it for example, you want to install a new habit. Yeah, you want to get rid of a bad habit. You can do the same thing. Yeah, janji, the prerequisite is there is a date that you're looking forward to. That is a very clear date. So like December 2022 to very clear that too. Yeah, and you must be heading towards that. Then you bring yourself forward. So you want to install a habit by December 22, I would be able to install this particular habit. And you do the same thing. Yeah, you do the same technique that we've been doing. So either you do it in your mind, slowly, quietly. You don't have to be like Hakim Harun tadi to like tutup mata and like he's like in Zen kind of thing. You don't have to be like that because it should be a conscious activity.
Yeah,
it's not a bakar kemenyan punya activity. Tak.
dia kena sedar kan.
Dia kena sedar.
Be aware of what you are doing.
Exactly. You must be aware of what you're doing. Yeah.
And you kena tenang. Actually, when you're in the tenang state, this is where everything get done.
Yeah.
And you ask, you get it. Bila you state the tenang, you minta, then you get it. It's the state of tenang tu. You have to get there. Wherever you are.
I would when it comes to the word tenang tu, I always pandang ketenangan tu, calmness tu is a hadiah. Yeah. Usaha kita adalah sabar. So I would, with my clients, I would say, okay, find a comfortable place, find a safe place, find a comfortable place where you now. And they would just say, okay, I have my legs in the river and I'm at the side of the river. Okay, fine. Okay. Where you now? I'm at the sidewalk, sitting at the sidewalk, looking at pigeons in front of me. That's safe for them, then fine. Yeah, that's comfortable for them. That's fine. So as an alternative daripada ketenangan tu, you find a comfortable place. Yeah, it may be your house, it may be outside, up to you. But you're doing it very consciously because you need to take notes. This is not just a play of mind in your head. You need to take active notes. Okay, this is what I see. These are the issues. These are advancements I have. Alhamdulillah. These are things which I would be facing. Interestingly, these are the issues that I will be facing. Okay, now I step out of my timeline. Okay, how do I address those issues? What are my alternatives? Who would I seek advice from? Who would I reach out for help? Who would what resources do I have within me to help me address these issues? Yeah. And you want to go back in your timeline with the faith that those issues will be addressed. Don't leave it to gantung. So when you go back in your timeline and you advance to the next month too, those issues to the resolved out. You're feeling good about it. That's why you leave it there and you move on to the next month. Selagi it's not, you don't feel that feeling of okay. You belum reach that point to don't. That means you still haven't exhausted your resources yet. You still haven't checked it out. You may just put a note there, okay, I need to ask somebody. Mungkin at that very moment of time, you just tak terfikir any resource that you could reach to atau resource within yourselves that you have. Okay, then you take a mental note to it. Okay, I need to ask. Maybe I need to learn more about this. Contohnya, you make a note for yourself. Then you go back. Yeah. Yes, I.
You see, kalau tak salah this my own experience, I like to do this when I'm alone. especially when I have deep thinking. I duduk tengah-tengah bilik besar tu, seorang-seorang. Orang lalu orang nampak apa? Kalau saya duduk seorang-seorang itu dengan buku dia kan. Actually, dia ada board yang orang tak nampak. That's one. When you say tadi, you suggest us to check with somebody. Itu basically it just seek affirmation aja.
Right.
Because actually orang tu tak tahu how far you have gone in your soul searching to reach you punya being alone tadi tu.
Right.
Being alone is not loneliness. Tak. Being alone tu, we are visualizing that going on the full back macam kipas. Macam kan, macam you kata tadi, we move forward then we come back again.
Right.
To find your present where you are going to do your corrective in terms of what you see within your meta frame.
Right.
You know what you have seen. I tak realize yang selama ni I do practice apa yang you ajar. Tapi secara tak langsung lah. I'm not NLP rhetoric apa-apa. Tapi I baca. Tapi the way I do things, I don't like orang bising-bising kalau I tengah duduk fikir. And then I like to be alone. Orang ingat, apalah dia suka duduk seorang-seorang lah. But they do not know that all my tasks relate to my own job, family, and also customer, all done. All done. Because benda-benda macam ni lah kita tengok balik lama. Cuma tadi I put Cik Rudy kita berbual tu, I kata kalau kita buat macam tu, dia nampak banyak option. Banyak option that trigger your mind that you never thought.
Yes.
So, itu yang I always experience. Lah. Lah itu bunyi lah.
You know, Tuan Syed,
ada api tulis pula. I go and run.
Just to share with you, Tuan Syed, you know, among the resources that I have with me are things which I wrote 3 years ago. You know, and as Facebook brings it back to me, or Twitter brings it back to me, and I'm saying, this is me advising me today, and I was being advised 3 years ago. and sometimes that you know how pedih it feels kena slap by your own advice. Oh, so pedih. Yeah, so those resources are things that's why I always say everything's connected. You just don't know yet. Yeah, so that's why being observant, being aware, noticing it, and if you still don't feel it, then you ask, you reach out, you tanya, you minta tolong, you know. Maybe those things or people around you can help you see things from a different light. Alright, tuan-tuan puan, it's 10:30, a lot of deep stuff. InsyaAllah confirm tidur malam ni nyenyak. Alright, if you have a question to ask before we close.
Dan kalau kita dok buat ni selalu NLP jadi new language programming. Jadi you're telling your mind a new way of thinking.
Yeah.
Nah, bukanlah nak challenge the NLP practice tu, tak.
No.
Jadi new language programming. That means kita reframe our mind, our thought. That's what some book was saying, all this psychology forever. Aduk tempuh-tempuh sana. Or everything start with thought. Karena thought mean kita punya kita punya mind lah, start with thought kan. Itu yang kita buat. Rizal guide us tadi, we move within the word that come to our ear, that move forward. Of course your mind buka tutup, tapi the focus tu is there. Itu yang I berani cakap, marah Rizal cakap new language programming.
Tak ada marahnya. Nazrin, yes, you were saying?
Yeah, being a very visual person kan, bila kita baca books ke articles, theories, you know how to move forward, you need to do this, you need to do that. Kadang-kadang dia tak lekat tau dalam otak. Dia tak boleh nak lekat, dia macam pantul aja baca faham.
Right.
But by doing it this way, I realised that I nampak it's a practical way of compartmentalizing it, doing it step by step. Nampak dia punya pointers because I write down, and you know I do my timeline punya arrows from one box to another box to another box. So it's macam very practical. That's the word I want to share. Practical sangat, sebab nak move on kan, you boleh nampak, you boleh tahu nak buat macam mana. Rather than you baca and then lepas tu pantul balik. Itulah problem I selama ni.
Nazrin, how do you read? How do you read a book?
Sorry?
How do you read a book?
I take a marker, I will highlight the keywords, and yang mana I boleh pick up. Lepas tu, that's it. You know, I tak boleh, tak pandai.
Okay, let me show you a different way to read. Okay? Different way to read.
Okay.
Yeah? First, you see the cover.
Yes, in your face.
Right? Then you read the back.
Mm.
Usually people would describe, you know, sort of a summary kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then you read sometimes people have, you know, the contents, or more or less table of contents, maybe an introduction about the book written by the writer in the first few pages. Yeah. And then what you do is you start flipping the book, okay? But I want you to put your eyes not on the words, but right in the middle here. So meaning you're not reading, you know, you just focus here at this dot right in the middle, and you start to flip, but your eyes is always here, always in the middle, okay? Until you reach the end, okay? Until you reach the end, then you terbalikkan buku and you do the same thing. And you do the same thing. Now, in my experience, yeah, when I have that thought or this module comes in mind, all these books which I read that way kan is like that. Have you ever watched that cerita yang apa nama cerita tu yang he starts speaking it out, it's just there right in front of me, you know, those words just come out in front of me, and I'm just like taking okay,
Minority Report.
Minority Report. It's like
Tom Cruise.
Minority Report. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, because you see, your mind captures every word sebenarnya. It does. You need to trust your mind. So in my mind, when I read any book, when I read any book, I'm saying to myself that when the knowledge is important, it'll come to me. And it does. So that's why all these books, kalau Nazrin, kalau you datang lah ke rumah, you see, ini macam tak buka-buka buku ni. Macam mau beli. Yeah. Because that's the way I read. Flip. Ada third. Flip. Dah, finish. And Roy marah, you paid for that money for macam tu ke you baca? I say, yeah. And the thing is, I trust that. It's there. The mind captures it. Yeah. Is that your logical part of the brain kata, mana nak hafal? Really, do you need to? Do you really need to understand?
Maybe because I dah 20 over years baca financial statement line by line to make sure that I audit report and everything, agaknya dah macam tu, you highlight, you draw lines so that you don't miss out anything, misrepresentation, this and that. So bila baca buku pun harus macam sangat baca buku.
This technique I learned from Brain De Silva method. Brain De Silva, D-E Silva method. Yeah. It works for me. Well, because I know I don't need to remember anything. but then it will come to me.
I'll start with the thin book first.
Yeah, it's fine. Have fun. Find another way of reading. Yeah, another way of capturing things. Because to me, what's more important is the application of it. Yeah. When a person writes a book, they will tell you about their experiences and their application of whatever knowledge they're telling you. Yeah. Your job when you read the book is, how is that applying it to my life? And it may not be the same. Yeah, it may be totally different langsung, maybe out of the blue. Dia cakap tentang engineering, you're talking about tukar pampers baby, for example. But you're still applying the same things. Why? Because you're going beyond that knowledge too. You're seeing in between the lines too, and that's an understanding that Allah bagi. You cannot even imagine that,
Trust Allah first.
Exactly.
Then kita start usaha tu.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So another way lah. Just sharing with you another way of reading a book. Okay. Tak ada apa lagi? Thank you very much. Kak Yati, you back? You okay? Takut you masih tahu awangan somewhere there tu nak kena balik kan?
Tak. Sebab bila malam ni punya discussion, banyak menyentuh satu macam mana Kak Yati melihat sesuatu perkara kan. Back bila Kak Yati kena COVID hari tu melalui fasa tu, so bila being ditidurkan, kemudian you bangun dalam keadaan semua benda agak terkeliru pada ketika itu, dan I always like macam question, why me? Right? Masa tu I macam why me? Apa salah I? Apa I buat? Not at the end of it. But after I relax, I tenangkan diri, at the end of the day I dapat perkataan redha tu. When I got that words, I selalu percaya that everything yang I buat ni semuanya mesti kena yang atas. I remember. Sebab I remember bila I sedar, ada orang tanya I, sepanjang you tidur tu apa you nampak? Kan? Apa you lalui? But sebelum I ditidurkan, kan, masa I nak ditidurkan, bila doktor kata pun kita tak ada pilihan lain, this is what we're going to do, this is a procedure that we kreatif pada ketika itu, nak jumpa suami pun tak boleh, nak jumpa anak, mak bapak semua. Tapi pada ketika itu yang I ada adalah yang atas. So pada ketika itu I minta kalau malam ini adalah malam yang terakhir untuk I terima, dan sekiranya kalau engkau izinkan untuk meneruskan kehidupan, ada banyak perkara yang perlu dibuat. So that's why bila Kak Ati sedar, first thing I bersyukurlah dengan apa yang ni, kan. And then of course bila banyak sangat persoalan begitu, memang something benda yang you tak boleh nak menjawab pada persoalan tu. Why tu tak menjawab. Tetapi kalau you duduk diam, you melihat benda tu, sebenarnya there's a lot of lesson yang boleh you pelajari. Itu yang Kak Ati nampak lah. Itu yang Kak Ati lihat benda tu, terutamanya daripada banyak aspek. Allah nak Kak Ati belajar, bukan hanya fikir engkau saja. Lot of things that you have to think. So daripada situ bila kita discuss malam ni, Kak Ati melihat diri sebenarnya apa yang kita buat ini, dia hanya pada satu. Daripada satu tu orang yang pencipta kita yang memberi ini. So dari situ kita kena, sebenarnya Kak Ati nak cakap, sometimes I couldn't find the words so nak cakap.
Cannot describe, Kak. Beyond our knowledge. Allah lebih tahu.
Tapi apa yang Kak Ati macam Kak Ati selalu sedih melihat, mungkin dulu I terlampau, satu pembelajaran yang paling besar I had is like to be like change, sebab ini perempuan kan. Please respect your husband. Maknanya kalau dulu kita memang hormat, tetapi kita tidak pernah menjalankan tanggungjawab Kak Ati sebagai seorang isteri sepenuhnya, kot. So bila 1 bulan tu you kena mandikan your husband, you kena buat something yang you tak pernah buat, I feel like macam, oh, terima kasih Tuhan, sebenarnya ini yang kau nak ajar aku sebenarnya. This is what you want me to learn out of this situation. Actually, there's a lot of, itulah pengalaman kat yatim banyak. So now I selalu melihat benda tak perlu pun nak kejar sangat. Because kalau memang Allah nak bagi di situlah dia bagi. So now, either in my business, dalam kehidupan ataupun apa sahaja, I selalu, walaupun I merancang, I tahu yang atas tu merancang untuk I. So I just ikut. Itu je lah yang, thank you Riza. Actually benda ni kan memang sangat menyentuh hati I.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. You know, that's why Kak Yati, when we talk about redha, don't question.
Yes.
Why is we questioning Allah? Who are we to question Allah? And
betul.
So that's why when you reach redha, then you realize, don't question. Kerana Allah lebih tahu. Tak mungkin Allah cerita depan muka you pun tak mungkin you faham lagi. Thank you Kak Yati. Thank you. It's a good penutup for tonight. Thank you everybody for being with us tonight. You know, since Kak Yati in that last part, I would like to suggest that in the next week we call some ladies to share their business experiences from a lady's perspective. I have 3 people in mind to call, and we practically interview this. How ladies go about when they do business, what challenges they face and how they do business lain sikit daripada lelaki kadang-kadang tu. So it's time to learn from the ladies pula.
Just like we get a lady boss lah.
Lain tu.
No, I don't want to get into that. Terlanjut-lanjutkan nanti. Alright, again, thank you so much.
Okay.
You can always watch this recording on by tonight, inshallah. I upload it nanti and I'll share it. Yeah. Again, thank you very much everybody.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih semua.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Good night. Salam.
Hakim saya tunggu.
Yelah, saya left.
Hakim dah bertunggu.
Hakim tanya nanti Hakim takut tak boleh tolong.
Dah habis belum?
Kena stop recording dulu kan?
I saja nak
stop recording.
I saja nak si Hakim buat nak keluar. I tahu Hakim takkan keluar lagi.
I keluar dulu. Assalamualaikum.